All right, Geminis, welcome into your monthly intuitive tarot reading. So we're going to take a look and see what's happening. First full month of spring. So we finally shifted out of winter. We're closing out quarter one of 2026. And quarter one was definitely a huge, just major initiation for the collective. And it's really, like I said, it's really paving the path for this new reality. And this was really about setting, finding the path, paving the path. And then quarter two, kind of the second part of 2026, is about really, it's kind of like setting the tone. We're rebirthed. We're going through the rebirth. We're integrating this more as we move into quarter two. We're integrating, we're becoming more cognizant and aware and clear about this new us, this new energy, and applying it more outwardly. And then starting in July, really the last half of the year is starting to really embody the full transformation, embody the rebirth. It's now a lot easier. It's not about integrating anymore. It's really about full embodiment. And what I see too is the real big changes externally are going to start to happen in the second quarter. And then we're really going to see ourselves in a whole new place the last half of the year. So for you Geminis, let's see what's happening as we close out quarter one. Starting the spring, right? The energy's changing. I have been getting a lot of Ace of Swords. So a lot of clarity, a lot of information that's coming in for people, that it's giving you what you need to really understand who you are, what you want, what direction you're going in, and the information you need to understand, what's in alignment and what's not. And you're really moving forward. There's a lot of momentum happening with now that we're fully also in the year of the horse, the fire horse. So the astrology as well is going to kick in more. It's going to be more intense in April. February was very intense. March was kind of that integration as well, and the astrology was a little quieter, but April's going to kick in again. So we're going to feel a lot more changes as well. So let's see for Geminis. Again, I'm reading into your energy in this now moment, because again, all we have is this now moment. This is what reality is what's happening right here, right now. The past doesn't exist. It's over. The future hasn't happened yet. So even though I'm tapping in to potentialities of what's coming, it's really based on where you're at right now. So you have the control, you have the power to shift and change in every now moment and change the potentialities. So that's part of the tool of tarot is, where's my energy? What do I need to be aware of? What are the potentialities I'm seeing? And what are we more leaning towards as potentialities? And what do I want to do? Do I like that? Do I want to change? Do I want to shift? So let's see. I'm going to pull some Aloha Tarot or oracles first. So strive for clarity, stretch and reach your dreams. So there's again the Ace of Swords coming out, which I just said, clarity. That's going to be a main priority for you. A main focus is to really get clear on what your blocks are. Get clear on what you desire, what you need in this now moment. It's about really doing that outreach, right? Stretch. This is about going above and beyond. So it's really about diving into your heart. What are my highest, biggest dreams? What is the life that I truly, in my heart of hearts, want to experience and live? And it's about surrendering, trusting that that can happen, gaining excitement that it can happen, and then just surrendering to the universe of that intention and allowing the universe to pave the path and put in front of you the people, places, and things and opportunities that can unfold. Navigating emotion, be aware of the flow of your feelings, and expression of gratitude and thankfulness for the day. If you see here, all these cards have this like same coloring. There's that blue color. So there's this soothing, the color blue is very soothing, very peaceful. So I'm also saying, do things that help you find the place of peace and soothing yourself. There is emotions here that are being brought up in April. This is about really being conscious of what you're feeling, what's coming up for you. You're going to have to navigate if there's things that are coming up for you, but it's about navigating them in a more aware, conscious way instead of letting your emotions control you or you being reactive. This is something that you need to work with and learn how to create a relationship with your emotions in a more healthy way, where you're listening and aware, but you're also finding clarity, right, about what is this? Is this an old trigger? Is this an old trauma? Finding those things that isn't true, but also finding the root to certain things that have been controlling you for a very long time. Part of obviously what's going to help you surrender it more easily and go with the flow is gratitude and thankfulness. And no matter what appears on your path, again, whether you define it as good or bad, because the defining piece is actually your mindset. It's your mind, it's your logic. It's your logic that's like, okay, I like this, I don't like this, and overanalyzes those things. But it's like navigating whether something comes up that we deem as we don't like, seeing it as something more positive or more like an opportunity. Because it's moving through that's going to open up what you really want. Right? But if you keep focusing on the negative, you keep focusing on what I don't have, you're just going to create more of that, if that makes sense. All right. Let's get into the tarot cards. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to put these to the side here. Maybe let's do this. Trying to make more room here. Okay. These are bigger cards, so I'm having a hard time. 8 of Cups. King of Wands. In the Page of Pentacles. So there's definitely something that you are... The 8 of Cups is about walking away from something. It's about some sort of lesson here that you need to really finally learn this lesson and become aware. And it's when we learn the lesson that we can move forward in a new way. And the walking away is more walking away from, it could be patterns. You could actually be walking away from like a person or job or something like that you finally realize like, this doesn't align with who I really am anymore. So it could be patterns, belief systems as well. Being stuck in belief systems about maybe I'm a victim. I'm always the victim. Belief systems that I'm not good enough, that I can't have everything that I really want because of XYZ. There's definitely some sort of belief systems playing in the background unconsciously that really are trying to, show themselves to you. And it's time with this King of Wands to be, there could be a person in a relationship that you're dealing with, but this could also refer to you following your passions and excitements more and having the strength and the courage to face the things that maybe you haven't wanted to face, or facing the reality of a situation, but you have the confidence, you have the courage to do something that you haven't done before. And that's really standing in the power of this king, even though this is a new lesson, which is that page energy, right? This is new to you. It's not new in the fact that you've been stuck in this loop for a long, long time, but it's just time because you're evolving here past this. All right, so we have the Seven of Cups, the Judgment card, and the Five of Swords. These two cards as well have been coming up. In Gemini, for you, in the heart of the reading, you have the Judgment card. This is a wake-up call. So in April, there's some sort of wake-up call for you, because the universe is like, you can't keep going on in this stuck way. Like, we need to wake up, and there's definitely emotions and belief systems that it's time to let go of. And it's time to focus on the things that you really want to create. And when you focus on what you want to create, what happens is life is going to show you the things that are blocking you. And that's what this first row is. The other thing here that's coming up is this Five of Swords. And this as well is, these are blocks, mental blocks. And this again is about behavior patterns and belief systems. So I feel like this has came up for you recently, Geminis, and this is coming up again. So we're really focusing on some belief systems and mindsets that the universe is trying to wake you up to. And that's the lesson here. And I'm seeing like these dynamics that maybe you're not aware of. They're very unconscious, but like these games you play to navigate through the world in a way that that you always feel like you have the upper hand. But I also feel like these beliefs and patterns are in place to protect you from really facing some deep emotional stuff. There's something really deep going on here. So either this is about you, Gemini, but I feel like this is also reflecting back in through your experiences, your relationships, whatever these emotions are that you're being asked to leave, to integrate. I feel like it has created a lot of confusion and distortion about truly what your needs are and what you desire. Six of Swords. So we have the 5 to the 6. So there is this this movement of moving forward, which I like that, because you're moving forward to easier waters. And the only way to do that is to really be clear and see these patterns. Here, 7 of Swords. Yeah, these are these two cards here, 5 of Swords, 7 of Swords, and look at 5, 6, 7. So we are making progress. We're progressing here, but we're progressing out of the delusion, the distortion. There's something here that you've really been in denial about, that you've been lying to yourself about. And I think there's this, you make the justification, you make the reason of why you do the things you do or why life unfolds the way it does, or why you respond or react the way you do. But I think this has all been, that's what the universe is kind of smacking you in the face with here. Of this is a wake-up call. And then the Emperor here. Yeah. So twofold. The Emperor to me is twofold because it's saying there's a lot of stubborn mentalities here that are stuck, and they've been stuck for a long time. This is being stuck in the head space. It's your perspective. It's how you view things. I think there's a lot of distortion about that. And it's like, again, this need to maintain control. But it's also about finding power in a new way, but not in a power over way, or I need to control in a controlling behavior pattern. This is about finding the power within yourself to trust life, trust yourself, and not play out these patterns. So let's see. What's the lesson here? What's the Page of Pentacles? Page of Swords. So the lesson here is about how you communicate. How you communicate. And like this realization of maybe I don't know everything, and I'm approaching life in a new way of like, I'm in the learner's mind. I'm approaching life in a new way, saying that I need to learn more. Maybe I'm not, maybe I don't know everything, and maybe everything I thought was true isn't. And it's like, now I'm approaching things with this apprentice mindset of, I'm open to learn. I'm open to change. Judgment. Yeah, Four of Pentacles. So this is, like I said, this is about really holding on to these ideas, these mindsets, these truths that have kept you stuck. And it's all, the root of this is not feeling safe. It's like you don't trust. You don't feel safe in the external world. This could be, I don't feel safe in my relationships. I don't feel safe when it comes to, wealth and money. I don't feel safe that I'm going to be taken care of. I don't feel safe, so I always enact these behavior patterns to try and get what I want out of situations, and that's obviously manipulative. So this is what the universe is going to, the wake-up call is really going to show you this stuff. And it's all about how you're going to react and learn from it. Let's get the Eight of Cups. Wheel of Fortune here. So this is kind of just divine time. This, whatever situation is that you need to learn to kind of leave, what you need to leave behind, how do you elevate? And this wake-up call is going to show you how you can elevate your life. There's a destined point this month in April that's going to be this wake-up call. Seven of Swords. Queen of Swords. Clarity. Moon. Yes. So anything that's been unconscious for you that you have been in this delusion about, right? Because the moon can create that delusion. It kind of distorts things, and it's distorting the truth. It's distorting, like I said, you're not seeing these patterns. But the Queen of Swords, I like this because the wake-up call is going to be you getting very clear. Like you cannot not see this stuff anymore. And this is about you also making decisions about who you want to be, how you want to show up, and how you're going to move forward and make changes. And that queen isn't going to go backwards, right? If you see in the normal Rider-Waite tarot, the queen is kind of has her sword up and her hand is kind of showing the path forward, right? This is about moving forward. This is about progression, advancement. This is about shifts and change. And the only way you can make change is by getting clarity, by seeing the truth. And that I love for you. I love that this is coming in. So the unconscious is becoming conscious. And then one for the Emperor here, Temperance. So this is about alchemy. And what's immediately coming up for me is about the feminine and masculine here. So the Emperor, in this reading for you, Gemini, I feel this like imbalance on the masculine side. So you're great at controlling things. You're great at, you know, taking care of business in your life, the do's, right? Doing the things. But there's this other part to use the magic of alchemy, of magnetizing things. There needs to be a balance between the feminine and the masculine. So you're great at controlling the physical world, but how you alchemize and utilize the frequency and the energies to bring something new in, you need to lean on the feminine to really connect to your core, to your intuition, to your power, and to integrate and transform anything within you that's really been blocking you. And the Two of Wands here, it's making new decisions and expanding. There's new decisions about expanding, but to expand, you have to leave the very kind of comfort zone and the place of safety and security that you've created, but it's kind of become your prison. It's become your prison, and it's blocking you off from abundance, from really fulfilling connections, from new opportunities, from an emotional standpoint of what you can actually receive and give. Let's see, the Five of Swords. Eight of Swords. Yeah, so that's what's been keeping you stuck, is this kind of mentality of you're always in this like protective mode, this defense. You're always on this defense. So your nervous system is always kind of looking out for like, I got to protect myself. I got to manipulate the external world to ensure my safety and to get what I want, because I don't trust. And I also don't trust other people. So this is coming to a head in April. And that's this navigating emotions. I'm going to pull one last I Ching card with kind of a final message for you of guidance. So you got approach earth over lake. Good times are approaching. Your undertakings will meet with success. People above you will offer help and support. Don't lose sight of what brought you here. So, I mean, the positive of this is facing this, doing the integration, making the changes is success in whatever area of your life that you are looking to have that. There is people and things all around you and tools that can help support you through navigating these major lessons and these major aha moments, and like, how do I really support this change, not just consciously but unconsciously in my nervous system, and shift again these automatic behavior patterns. And I feel like April's kind of this bridge for you to where if you can actually work through this, on the other side of this, like it says, is going to be better times, is going to be more abundance and more connection. And I think, God, maybe Taurus got this card too. So if you have any Taurus in your chart, you may want to read that reading. Or if you're connected to a Taurus, I would also recommend that. But Geminis, again, this, you know, like the trend is April is the month of clarity, truth and clarity, where the energy and the astrology aspects are coming through like a sword, and you can't unsee it anymore. Anybody who's living in denial, who's trying to push the truth down, this is the wake-up call. All right, Geminis, thanks for joining. Let me know how you're doing in the comments. How has this year been for you? Like and also join the Lyran Soul Tribe by subscribing and staying connected here. But I will see you in the next reading. Bye for now.